Welcome to SongTellers, where singers and songwriters share the story behind their songs and perform them live. Today's guest is Alexandra, a Dallas-based singer-songwriter hailing from the hills of Ohio. With her new EP set to release in early 2025, her entire life seems centered around music. She's an instructor and the director of the musical theater program at Dallas Academy of Music and Performing Arts. Her songwriting, both natural and raw, brings heart and soul to the indie music scene in a way that feels deeply personal. Her songs are like catching up with an old friend, warm, authentic, and timeless. This is Alexandra. Let's do it, yeah?
Okay,
right.
Yes, let's do it.
So what's the first song you want to play?
I'm going to do a song called Adrenaline. And I wrote this song years ago, which feels crazy to say because it feels like I just wrote it. But I've been playing it for years now, live. And when I wrote it, it was a song that I never thought anybody would resonate with or it would ever see the light of day. I think a lot of songwriters will write songs kind of thinking about the public sometimes when they're writing or thinking about how it's going to be consumed.
Yeah.
And then there are other songs that you just write like just for you.
Yeah.
And this one I wrote just for me. Mm-hmm. And then I played it for a few friends and they were like, this is really, really great. And I was like, I don't know. And I just kept playing it. So yeah, this is called Adrenaline.
What's the kind of meaning behind it for you?
Yeah. So I wrote it fresh off of a long-term relationship that I was in. And the relationship was really up and down and really toxic in a way that I felt like it was something that I had never had in my whole life. Mm-hmm. And so it almost felt like freeing when I was in it. And it took until when I got out of it to be like, I don't really think that was freeing. I think that was horrible and unhealthy.
Yeah.
At the time. And so I wrote it about that feeling, still missing him very much and still loving him very much, but like very much so recognizing that it wasn't great at the time, but I was like craving that feeling of adrenaline because my life felt like almost boring after I got out of that relationship.
Like addicted to the drama almost.
Yeah, but it was like, oh my gosh, now like normal life and normal conversations and things that are stable and healthy feel boring. So it was like writing about kind of that duality and that struggle. And yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Let's do it.
I'm so terrified that all of my best times are tied to you. I'm so low, I see the grass grow. I'm begging for something to light my fire like you do. So give me tequila burning, horses running, anything to make me feel young again. It's like the last time you heard your favorite song. Come on, oh, please just spike my adrenaline. I'm so bored of back and forth with people that don't feel like me and you. Their intent is pure, but I'm not used to wanting more of what could actually be good for you. So give me tequila burning, horses running, anything to make me feel young again. It's like the last time you heard your favorite song. Come on, oh, please just spike my adrenaline, 'cause I wanna feel high like I'm Rocket Man. Erase this numbness and put me on the moon. Cry me a river the last time you heard your favorite song? Come on, oh, please just spark my adrenaline. Make me feel something. Without you, I feel sober. Can't believe it's over. Make me feel something. Without you, I feel sober. Can't believe it's over.
Nice. That was great. You have
Thank
great
you.
vocal control.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good.
Thank you. Man, appreciate that.
I like the Rocket Man reference line. That was great.
Thank
That's a
you.
cool
I
line.
had just watched Rocket Man,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't even remember what year that came out, but that'll tell you what year I wrote it.
Yeah, was that 2008, 19 or 18, something like that? Yeah.
It was a few years ago.
Quite a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, so for sure.
Let's do another one.
Let's do it. So this next song is a song that I wrote. I'm trying to think exactly which one I want to do. I think I'm gonna do a song that I put out not most recently, which I'm gonna do a little bit later. But this is a song that I put out. I think it's like 2 years ago now. It's called "I'm Not Good at This Anymore." And we were actually talking about it in the car on the way here, listening to it, just because I'm getting ready to record the CP and I'm just like kind of diving, I guess, back into my music. And I was telling Daniel, I was like, I'm the most proud of this song, I think. It was like the most joy that I've ever felt like leaving recording, even though it was a little bit of a sadder song and the subject material was a little more sad. But I'm really proud of the writing on this song and the production on this song. And it's about when you're getting back into, or you're opening yourself back up to dating again after being in a long-term relationship, and you are like this newer version of yourself, and you're trying to reconcile with all the ways that your past has kind of changed you for the better, for the worst, and for the worse. And I think I felt really not good at things that I was really good at in the past, and I didn't have a song that I felt like I could relate to about that. And so I was like, maybe I'll just write one. So I wrote one. This is called "I'm Not Good at This Anymore." Cat got my tongue, but that's all right. You say, darling, words on your mind, but I don't break. I'm a brick wall, and I hate when you say I'm getting red. So don't call me baby, I don't know if I can say it back. Oh shit, I remember I'm not good at this anymore. I'm not good at this anymore. Frog in my throat, but it's all good. Rather be quiet than misunderstood. I don't break, I'm a brick wall, and I hate when you say I'm getting red. So don't call me baby, I don't know if I can say it back. Oh shit, I remember I'm not good at this anymore. I'm not good at this anymore. So don't call me honey, I don't feel so sweet. Don't recognize me, how am I not good at this anymore? How am I not good at this anymore? Call me jaded, how did I become so angry? Baby, slow burn. But call me later, bet I'll listen. Tell me all about your feelings, just don't ask about mine. Please don't, please don't, please don't. Don't call me baby, I don't know if I can say it back. Oh shit, I remember I'm not good at this anymore. I'm not good at this anymore. So don't call me honey, I don't feel so sweet. Don't recognize me, how am I not good at this anymore? How am I not good at this anymore? Anymore. Thank you. Funny was a really fun song to write for me, because I finally got out of an era of writing sad songs. I just I wasn't sad. I wasn't that sad anymore. I didn't have a ton of heartbreak and misery, which was like such a victory after a while. And I wanted to write a song about how, the feeling of like, every day kind of feels the same. You're waking up and you're going to work and you're doing really similar things. And some days you just wake up in a much better mood than other days. Mm-hmm. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. You just wake up on the right side of the bed. And I just thought that was funny. I was telling one of my girlfriends about it, and she was like, life is just funny like that. It's just funny. Yeah. And so I wanted to write about that. And in this song, I mentioned my brother, Chase, and my mom, and my best friend from childhood, Catherine. And it's kind of just an homage to, all the loved ones in my life and how funny life can be. So
awesome.
Yeah, this is funny.
Take it away.
Called my mom on the way to work. She said, tell me something good. I said, got nothing to report. Another day, another dollar. Did you talk to Chase? What did he say? Same old, same, feels like Groundhog Day. I am the call and I'm the left. With Stevie or the Eagles and a few deep breaths, and I'll let the wind tangle my hair a bit more. Driving down the same roads I drove yesterday and the day before that. Oh, and under my breath I laugh, 'cause the sky's been the same shade of gray for days. But yesterday felt more dark, today feels light. And ain't life so damn funny like that? Like that. Called Catherine on my way home. She's planning a wedding for the winter, praying it isn't too cold. It hits me like a ton of bricks when I think of her in white. Got the chip on my shoulder, yelling, always a bridesmaid, never bride, and I'm left with Stevie or the Eagles and a few deep breaths, and I let the wind tangle my hair a bit more. Driving down the same roads I drove yesterday and the day before that. Oh, and under my breath I laugh, 'cause the sky's been the same shade of gray for days. But yesterday felt more dark, feels like. And ain't life so damn funny like that? Like that. Moods are changing like the weather, but even that's a lie. 'Cause even with the clouds, I spend 75. Count on the yellow down the middle to keep me in line. Still pull off a time or two once in a while, 'cause I let the wind tangle my hair a bit more. Check the rear view, tie it up, heading to the corner store. All in under my breath, I laugh, 'cause the guy behind the counter says it looks pretty like that. And yesterday I wouldn't, but today I said thank you, honey. And ain't life so damn funny like that? Like that, so damn funny like that.
Love it. Great song. Great message.
So my last song is a song that I wrote most recently that I haven't really shared publicly. I've shared it in more intimate spaces or smaller gigs, maybe twice or a few times, but I really want to share it today because I'm really proud of it. But it's definitely a vulnerable song. It's in an open tuning, which is something that is just vulnerable in and of itself because I had never written in an open tuning. And so just kind of exploring that world. And I don't know, I think music is humbling. It's humbling because it's hard. Mm-hmm. And guitar specifically is hard. Mm-hmm. And I tend to pigeonhole myself into what feels kind of comfortable on the guitar and stick with my little 4 chords, my little Taylor Swift energy sometimes when it comes to songwriting. I have some friends that are writing these really complicated, exquisite pieces of music, and I'm my little 4 chords. But
I don't think it's needed if you've got the right,
I tell myself that, yeah. But I wanted to challenge myself
of course, yeah.
and write something in an open tuning, and so I did, and I wasn't really expecting, the lyrics to come out the way that they did, but it just, with the tuning and the way that I was feeling, it just felt right. It's a song about vulnerability, which is, really challenging for me and so many people just to open up about. And it's a song about kind of when you're in conversation with somebody else and you have this kind of fear of really opening up. It's so much easier to just let somebody else kind of take the reins and control the conversation and kind of dump about everything that they need to say and think about. And then the more that they do that, the more you're kind of off the hook.
Yeah.
And so this song is kind of about that.
So you're using a lot of times in conversations, you find it appeasing to not feel like you have to vent your stuff, and so you're doing it through song essentially.
Yeah, I think I've always been that way as a person. I like to think I'm a really warm, kind of open person to a certain point. I'm a very private person when it comes to the depths of my emotions and my spirit, and I've always been that way. And so I think when I write more vulnerable songs, that is kind of my little entry into dipping my toes into kind of opening myself up a little bit more.
Inside coming out, right?
Totally. Yeah. And it feels like it serves a greater purpose versus me just kind of trauma dumping on my friends. It's maybe somebody else can hear it and feel seen in it. And so then it gives me a little bit more courage to share it.
That's great. And what's the song called?
It's called Lift the Veil.
Lift the Veil. All right, we're going to tune up. And
yes, we're going to retune.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Open the bottle. I got all night. Stick to simple questions like red or white. Not do you think I'm pretty if I'm not skinny, if I have these spots on my face? Do you think So open the bottle. I got all night, watching your mouth move, but I'm stuck in my mind, wondering if you think I'm pretty, if I'm not skinny, if I have these spots on my face. Do you think I'm funny if I don't make fun of me lying in the mess that I made? Lift the veil, walk the walk. If the truth is pen to paper, I'm writing with chalk. Wash me away, color me bright. No matter the day, whatever you say is right. Do you think I'm a phony, a sheep dressed in wolf's clothing, a lamb under lion boning, little Lexi just frozen in time? Or do you think I'm pretty? Or do you think I'm funny? Just open the wine.
Awesome. I love that line. What was it? If we're running with pen and paper, I'm using
Yeah,
chalk.
if the truth is pen to paper, I'm writing with chalk.
That's great. That's a great line.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
I won't lie. There's some days where I'm like, is this a good song? Or is this a good line? And you have so much questioning about it, but then sometimes you write a line and you're like, factually, that is good.
That is good.
I will die on this hill.
Yeah,
That is a good
I don't care
line.
what y'all think, what anybody thinks.
I'm giving
this
myself
is good.
that compliment.
Yeah,
And that one I felt pretty good about.
Yeah. The open tuning thing it's very bare, right? Because it's just like it's a lot of. I had a buddy come in last time, and he was played. It was 2 chords, but it was a groove going back and forth, and like songs.
Great.
Yeah, and what made that so good is that like it put way more focus on what he was singing.
Yes.
Right. And I think the kind of the droning chords of that open tuning puts a lot of focus on the vocal.
Yeah, I think that's like I was saying earlier. It's like I didn't necessarily like sit down and I was like, I'm gonna write a very honest, vulnerable song about honesty and vulnerability.
Right.
It just came out. When you play in certain tunings or you play certain things, the other things just feel like they work good with it. So you just kind of got to ride that wave. So
yeah, I think experimenting, different tunings, and even different mediums of playing will just not just to like, it is scary if you're used to playing, like you said, the 4 chords or whatever. Yeah. But I think just going out in that direction is going to open up more possibilities for new stuff that you didn't even know you could do. Right. So just going down that avenue and saying, hey, taking this risk brought me there. Right. The obstacle of doing that is what gets you to that position that you're in.
Absolutely. It's a journey, and it's a journey of like continuously reminding yourself to be open and courageous, because you can be open, but it takes the second step of courage to allow yourself to like really lean into that openness. And there's so much pressure we put on ourselves to be something specific, depending upon the medium, I guess, especially with social media. And so I was so intrigued when you were like, I found you on TikTok, because I don't get TikTok. I love TikTok personally.
Yeah.
My algorithm is hysterical. But when it comes to posting on TikTok, I get anxiety about it, because I feel like music is so personal, and it's really about like live shows. Like live shows and live music is really where I feel like I'm actually doing what I am meant to do.
Yeah.
And so TikTok and social media sometimes feels really foreign and strange to me. I don't have a knack for it like other people do. But if I allow myself to be open to it and to then have courage to like act upon it and try to show up the best way I can. Then sometimes it works, and sometimes I find people like you, and then we get to do stuff like this. So.
Yeah, it's got it. For all intents purposes, it's got its drawbacks and it's got its strengths, and you got to know when to use it for its strengths. Before we go, what do you when people listen to music, what do you hope to get across to them? Is it just this is who you are kind of a thing, or are you what message are you trying to impart?
I've never been asked that question. I like that question. What message am I trying to get across? I think I'm trying to remind people that music can be fun and beautiful and just as special as it's ever been. And it doesn't have to be commercialized, and it can be. There's like a purpose for all of it, of course. But my music, I think, is like hopefully the perfect storm of something that feels digestible and relatable, but also honest and true to me. So people start to get to know me a little bit better as a person, but also can say like, hey, I maybe have never heard a song before about not feeling good at things, falling in love anymore after feeling good at it. Like I've never felt that before. I've never felt seen in that way.
Right.
And so maybe they can feel seen in that way when they listen to my music, but they also now know that piece of my life about me. And so it creates these relationships with people that I don't even know, which I love.
That's
I love
awesome.
that idea.
Yeah.
And I love making people feel seen and like they can just enjoy music. They don't have to like really think about anything else when they're listening to my music except for just enjoying it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. I'm going to put all your socials in the link in the bottom of the description of the video, and then good luck with recording.
Thanks.
And then any time for once the EP kind of do you have a schedule?
We're going to hopefully put it out in the spring. So we're going to get through the holidays and then hopefully February-ish, early spring, and then hopefully go on a little baby Texas tour is my personal goal.
Very cool.
And around like South by and around that time of the year. So March, April, hopefully get to play a bunch of live shows in places that I've never been before.
That's great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wish you the best.
Thank you
Thanks so much.
So much. Thank you.
That was awesome.